Right, just short. Um, I was having a non-officially affair with Jarl from the NATO, right? He was not that point, he wasn't NATO general. He was a politician between two jobs, and he was connected to the Norwegian consulary in Esbjerg. That's how it works, right? He left the apartment 12, New Year. And I asked him for assessment of my security, and he came back saying that Four has said it was not good. I went to police to try and get help for protection, and there was also some missing Bulgarian cases in the area, which is a low-income area. On behind that is extortion in film business, and chasse affair goes long back to the first of 90s, even before the wall came down, Northern Ireland and so on. I had some enemies, terroristic environment, breaking abandon. I had some enemies in the creative music, film, and design, very close in this area, so they are not free of charge, basically. Then I wrote to the United States to get help to get back to the United States with the child and the father if he wished to go with me. One mail came through this hacked network and that said we will try and send somebody. I was not informed that Chris Stevenson would come, and he knocked the door and I didn't know who he was. And he came in and we discussed the matter of the hacking and the not paid bill and so on. So basically, we agreed to travel as fast as we could. Few hours after, there was another knock on the door, and they stormed in, and they took the child, and they tried to kill me. And I got a confession on the scene for murder. That will say we have a murder running around. After that, I was left dying in the apartment, and apparently these kind of criminals left with my son and Chris Stevenson. We were some of the people I worked with were in the hospital frozen house, and there might be some answers. I was at the ceremony in Germany, the Chris Stevenson, and they came up to me, a cadet or a presidential, saying, "Are you aware of your losses?" And I was in shock, so I don't hardly know who it was. So, "Are you aware of your losses?" And I could, I didn't have my child around, so I assumed they knew. Then came up some. I was treated for shock in the hospital. On the scene, I called the Irish ambassador to find Alex. I called United States. They are killing us, that reference. I called the father of the child. He was not even nearby. He was shocked. I called EB, it was a newspaper, and I called the police to claim that they was probably not on the stage. Maybe they were, I don't know. And so basically I called the person I should because I actually thought I was going to die. Whether I was going to die after in another attack or from shock. I could feel my body like going into, I couldn't move. I couldn't move, and I had blindness sequence for some time after. So I was treated for shock, left out again. Unfortunately, the Esbjerg community is a rotten kind of thing. They are corrupted. They are not speaking that they made a stage or a fake case. Whether that belongs to breaking abandon and to copy market and robbery of royalty and design patents, I don't know. Likely it does, because there's a lot of money. And they had a track of all of this money, just script the money and so on. So basically, it might have been a track of abuse of money, and they might just have put this body thing into that. Okay? Then there came out fake deep stories about Libya and Chris Stevenson. 13 Hours is a film, nothing but a film. C-SPAN also explained something we don't know. I don't know where they got the data from, but it was wrong. Susanna Bier is in the scene because she had before made hacker attack and data spying. She made a film called A Chance More, which is also some weird stuff about a child getting nicked and another child dying, and it's really weird stuff. But she makes really evil stuff. And the next film she made, Bird Box, is also I don't know what she's doing actually. She's very visible in this case. I sometimes call somebody for a job or some help, and I get her on the phone, or some voice sounding like her. So basically, the police don't want to take report on missing. They don't want to take report on illegal case handling, missing person, murder attempt, rape, animal molester. They don't want to write anything. And U.S. is aggressive about this, and so are the other countries. You have to think we don't have communism in Russia anymore. It's working with the United States. Denmark's radio try and make some kind of communistic monster out of Russia, which is not true. They don't like the Denmark's radio, and Egmont don't like Trump. They don't basically like anybody. I'm through with this country. I tried to jump on exile the first of last month. I failed because I had not enough money and I didn't know where to go. I will try again to get out of Denmark. I fucking don't like them anymore.